The way you think about conversations in Spanish gets you stuck overthinking. My students are just speaking fine, flowing, sounding natural, and then the topic turns serious. Religion, politics, freedom, evil, and suddenly their Spanish starts breaking. Not because they don't know the words. It's English. English lets you blur things. Spanish actually forces you to separate. In this video, I'll show you 3 common mistakes that English speakers make and a 4-step drill to keep your Spanish stable. Let's see what's really happening. In English, one word can do a lot of work. Take the word evil. In English, we say evil people, evil exists, there is evil in the world. Same word, but in Spanish, usually we separate the description from the idea. If you're describing a person, persona malvada, es un hombre malo. If you're naming the concept itself, la maldad, el mal, hay maldad en el mundo. Here's what blew my mind in a session. A student said, tiene mal en su corazón. And immediately I saw it. English logic showing up. Spanish actually needs something slightly different. Tiene maldad en su corazón. Or sometimes hay mal en su corazón. So that tiny choice describing a person or naming the concept changed everything. Suddenly, the student could see exactly what was happening in their Spanish and how to fix it. Now, let's try one. Imagine someone asks you, ¿por qué las personas quieren libertad? Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just notice what word your brain reaches for. Porque quieren ser libres, you're describing someone, right? People. Porque quieren ser libres. Or la libertad es importante. Now we are talking about the idea. Freedom, la libertad es importante. We are basically talking about the same topic, just from different perspectives. That tiny decision is exactly why English speakers often hesitate. Okay, so in English, we move easily between they are free, they have freedom, they want freedom. Spanish separates this. Son libres, tienen libertad, quieren libertad. Adjective versus noun is the same idea but different category. So, once you start seeing it, you're gonna see it everywhere. Let's think about power. He has power, powerful people, the power of religion. Spanish separates them. Tiene poder, personas poderosas, el poder de la religión. If someone says something like la gente con poderosa, that's usually English logic sneaking in. Think about the last time you tried to talk about something serious in Spanish. Did you notice your Spanish breaking down, searching for words, simplifying ideas, or translating in your head? This is predictable. English lets you move freely between abstract ideas like evil, freedom, power. Spanish forces precision. Maldad, libertad, poder. If those categories aren't clear, your Spanish feels unstable. Not terrible, just a little structurally English. Now, before your next serious conversation, try this. Step 1. Identify the topic. Ask yourself, what ideas do I naturally talk about in English? For example, rights, justice, laws, opportunity, responsibility. Step 2. Find the Spanish concept. You don't need to learn new vocabulary. Just find the concept. Derechos, leyes, justicia, oportunidad, responsabilidad. Step 3. And now this is where it gets tricky. Separate the idea from the description. Am I talking about the idea or describing someone? Let's see it. Justicia, it's a concept. Justo, injusto, you are describing. Responsabilidad, again, an idea. Responsable, someone is responsable. Step 3, and this is where it gets tricky. Separate the idea from the description. Am I talking about the idea or Am I describing someone? Justicia, it's a concept. Justo, injusto, you are describing. Responsabilidad, again, an idea. Responsable, someone is responsable. Step 4, rehearse ideas, not vocabulary. You want to practice flow. Creo que la justicia es importante. Me too. Muchas personas no tienen las mismas oportunidades. Es injusto cuando las leyes no protegen a todos. You are rehearsing your mindset around a topic. This is the question that I get the most. This sounds wonderful, Gabriela, but what to do instead? What do I do when I freeze? First of all, take a deep breath. There is no rush. And ask yourself, am I naming an idea? Then you're looking for a noun. Am I describing a person, a thing? Then you need an adjective. And this happens a lot. If your brain offers a ready-made English phrase, please don't translate it. Try to rebuild it. For example, in English we say, it's none of my business. You need to think about it. Business is a store. So, are you talking about a store or responsibility? Because in Spanish we will say, no es asunto mío. Most fluency problems aren't vocabulary problems. They are about how you organize ideas. Once your brain separates concepts from descriptions, Spanish suddenly becomes much easier to manage. Thank you for watching, and I'm genuinely curious about what was the topic that makes your Spanish feels harder. When was the last time that you felt like, oh, I cannot handle this conversation? Please write a comment because I'm reading you.